And we keep our focus on the major political churn that appears to be taking place in the state of Karnataka. Times Now keeping you ahead with back-to-back inside details on what happened in Delhi and also how all the action will now shift to Bengaluru. Let's start with Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, who is likely to resign tomorrow amid intense behind-the-scenes negotiations that are taking place in the Congress camp. Now, a crucial CLP meeting, as per sources, is expected to take place on Friday as the leadership transition is gathering more pace. Now, Siddaramaiah has returned to Bengaluru and is also set to host his entire cabinet for a breakfast meeting, and this breakfast meeting is set to take place tomorrow. Interestingly, DK Shivakumar has stayed back in the national capital. He has extended his visit and will go back to Bengaluru tomorrow and is likely to be present in that big breakfast meeting that is set to be, that will be taking place at the residence of Siddaramaiah. Now, there are discussions that are taking place and the focus is also on the formulas that are in the works. In the latest, we can confirm to our viewers by our sources that the 3 Deputy Chief Ministers formula is also taking place, and there's a lot of conversation around Yatindra Siddaramaiah, the son of Siddaramaiah. But let's break down all the details for our viewers one by one. Let's take you through all the latest developments. So, number one, we can tell you that Siddaramaiah could resign as early as tomorrow, and also we also know that DK Shivakumar is in Delhi, and Siddaramaiah is set to host his entire cabinet for breakfast. DK Shivakumar is set to attend that breakfast meeting. All this is taking place. Meanwhile, the 3 Deputy Chief Ministers formula is being discussed. KPCC, there could be a reset there, and Satish Jarkiholi could be the top choice for the post of the KPCC chief. Currently is DK Shivakumar, and also Surjewala is set to be in Bengaluru later today. So this is all the latest information that we have for you, breaking it down one by one. But more information coming in. Now we have inside sources on the 3 Deputy Chief Ministers formula and how the caste math is playing a big role. So when it comes to this 3 Deputy Chief Ministers formula, what are we hearing from our sources? We're hearing that 1 Deputy Chief Minister could be given to an OBC face of the party, and the 2nd Deputy Chief Minister post could be given to another another top leader of the party. So the Congress leadership currently is considering this formula. Let me go across to my colleague Neha. Neha, 3 Deputy Chief Ministers formula, but the caste math is also playing out. Now, the High Command is actively discussing the formula of having 1 OBC representation and also SC representation, which is going to be part of this formula. What are you hearing?
Well, understandably so, of course. If the state of Karnataka now is going to be seeing a change of guard, the Congress party wouldn't want to risk over here keeping any leaders or any community upset for that matter.
Okay.
Which is why possibly now, elevating, of course, some senior leaders from various communities to the post of Deputy Chief Ministers might be the only option that stands before the party. Remember, even as you have DK Shivakumar, of course, now still camping in Delhi, speculations rife about who the Deputy Chief Ministers in the state could be. Remember, the Congress party has often been one now that's towed the caste lines here, making sure that leaders from various castes are at least attempted to be given an equal representation. Now, as far as this Deputy Chief Minister's formula here is concerned, we are picking up that likely there's going to be more than 1 deputy now in a bid to ensure that all communities here are kept equally satisfied. Even as the Congress party managed to come to, of course, a massive majority over here in the state of Karnataka, it has faced a fair share of struggles now with various communities here being upset.
Right.
Whether, of course, this has to do with the minorities, whether this has to do with the SC, STs. We've often seen various parties openly, in various communities, I beg your pardon, openly expressing their dissatisfaction. We'll, of course, really have to wait and see, a matter of time now, possibly, before the Congress party actually reveals its formula.
And we also saw that poster by Siddaramaiah Siddaramaiah supporters, where there has been speculation of how there is a Rajya Sabha route that is being mulled for him, but then his supporters are of the view that he should continue working for Ahindas. I want you to stay with us. We have my colleagues Imran, Niyamika, Neha breaking down all the details. More information coming in. Niyamika getting us the latest on what exactly happened in that meeting between Rahul Gandhi and Siddaramaiah. But before that, a reaction coming in from the Home Minister of Karnataka. So G. Parmeshwara right now has said that the party will abide by whatever the High Command decides. And has the High Command finally decided? Is it all but formal now? In the latest, listen into what G. Parmeshwara has to say.
We will know only when Surjewala ji comes. Whatever decision taken by the High Command, he will announce. Once again, until and unless Surjewala ji comes here and makes an announcement of whatever decision High Command has taken, that will be announced tomorrow by General Secretary. Only after that we will all know.
So Imran, we will know only once Surjewala ji comes out and makes an announcement. What's expected today? So Randeep Singh Surjewala is set to be in Bengaluru later today. We are hearing that DK Shivakumar has decided to extend his stay. He is still in the national capital. Siddaramaiah has returned. Tomorrow he is going to host the entire cabinet for a breakfast meeting. And after that, as per sources, he could head to the governor's residence and could tender his resignation. But what's expected is some twist in store.
Well, there's a hectic parleying happening right now. Now, the developments will be the post-Siddaramaiah scenario. Now, what world could be there? One is the party president post. They have to select. That is very important for that. And after that, the chief, the process of calling CLP is important for that. And now, after that, there will be cabinet expansion. Now, who all will be the cabinet? How to keep the interests of the former chief minister Siddaramaiah and also the current incumbent, the current chief minister who will be there, his followers. All these things will be permutation combination will be worked out right now. The state in charge Surjewala is coming, so that means that he is also be coming with the party president post, and discussions will be there on that. And now, as of right now, Satish Jarkioli is a front runner for the party president post. He's also said that he just doesn't want to be the party president. He also wants to be minister in the cabinet. He wants both party president post and the ministry, and so that is there of the Satish Jarkioli. And after that, there will be two deputy CMs. One is OBC, one is the SC. Is what combination they're looking at. Who will be that? That also will be worked out. Where we have to wait and see what the developments follows further. But
so quick update here for our viewers that the formula that is being worked out for the post of Deputy Chief Minister is one which would include one OBC face and a leader from the SC community. So the two Deputy Chief Ministers formula. Now, earlier our sources had indicated that there could be three Deputy Chief Ministers in the way things are unfolding. But right now we have the latest that in the formula that is being worked out right now, one Deputy Chief Minister could be from the OBC community and one from the SC community. More breaking news coming in. Niyamika with us to tell us about what exactly happened in that meeting between Rahul Gandhi and Siddaramaiah. What did Siddaramaiah tell Rahul Gandhi? So we've been telling you about how the next person line that was taken by Rahul Gandhi changed the complete equation. But yes, Siddaramaiah also weighed in and he asked a question. What was that question? Niyamika has those details. What exactly happened? Tell us more on the same, Niyamika, on what was discussed between Rahul Gandhi and Siddaramaiah.
Well, the information which we are getting from our sources is that when Siddaramaiah was being asked to step down from the position of the chief minister, he had basically raised a question that there are no major complaints against me. Then why this is being asked from the High Command that I need to step down? As this is the information which we are getting from the sources, as it was being assured on the part of Mr. Rahul Gandhi when this conversation was taking place that he will be getting a very kind of a good exit, as all the respect will also be given to him, and whatever demands he wants to make, he can also share it with the High Command, as he has also put forward all his opinion, as he had basically given this kind of a suggestion that he wants that his loyalists should also get some positions within the cabinet as well as for the organizational structure as well. And even it is also being assured on the part of the party high command that his son will also be inducted in the cabinet, but in the cabinet as a berth will also be given to him, is what we are learning from our sources. Not just that, but in fact the information which we are getting is that he has also asked certain positions for his loyalists within the organization, the cabinet as well. So all of these discussions have taken place yesterday when there was a separate meeting between Siddaramaiah and Rahul Gandhi had taken place at Indira Bhavan in the national capital.
So Nyamika, are you confirming to our viewers right now, amid all the discussions, and now that we know that tomorrow could be the day when Siddaramaiah tenders his resignation after that breakfast meeting with the entire cabinet, did he actually discuss the terms of his exit? Because like you're saying, he did convey, he did ask, there have been no major complaints against me. So why am I being asked to step aside? And what are the other formulas that are being worked? What is the information that you have with you, Nyamika?
Well, the High Command is of the view that it is a time when the generational change needs to take place within the organization, within the government as well, and that is the only reason why all these discussions have taken place regarding the possibilities of the leadership change in the Karnataka Congress as well as all of these discussions have taken place not just when.
Apologize for interjecting, Nyamika, but we have a press conference that's live. This is MB Patil who's holding the latest briefing. Let's cut across.
ನಿನ್ನೆ ಕೆ.ಸಿ. ವೇಣುಗೋಪಾಲ್ ಅವರು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪತ್ರಿಕಾ ಮಾಧ್ಯಮವನ್ನು ಉದ್ದೇಶಿಸಿ ಮಾತನಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾವು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಸಹ ಡೆಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ನಾವು ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ನಿಶ್ಚಿತವಾಗಿಯೂ ಕೂಡ ಊಹಾಪೋಹ. ಕೆ.ಸಿ. ವೇಣುಗೋಪಾಲ್ ಅವರು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದಾರಲ್ಲ ಅದೇ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಂತಿಮ. There's the official statement by K.C. Venugopal that the discussions were held for Rajya Sabha and council elections. No other matter has been discussed. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಸುರ್ಜೇವಾಲಾ ಅವರು ಎಐಸಿಸಿ ಪ್ರಧಾನ ಕಾರ್ಯದರ್ಶಿಗಳಾದ ಅದೇ ರಾಜ್ಯಸಭಾ ಚುನಾವಣೆ, ವಿಧಾನ ಪರಿಷತ್ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಅಂಗವಾಗಿ ಸರ್ ಬರ್ತಿರ್ಬೋದು. ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತಿರ್ಬೋದು.
ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯ ಅವರ ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆ ನಿರ್ಧಾರ ಆಗಿದೆ, ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನು ಹೆಂಗೆ ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಸರ್?
ನೋಡಿ, ಅದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಉದ್ಭವಿಸಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದಾರೆ ವೇಣುಗೋಪಾಲ್ ಅವರು ನಿಮಗೆ?
ವೇಣುಗೋಪಾಲ್ ಅವರು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರು.
ಸೊ he is our high command. He is the AICC ಜನರಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟರಿ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್. ಈ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಹೇಳಿಕೆ, ಅದು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳನ್ನ, ಉಪಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳನ್ನ, ಸುರ್ಜೇವಾಲಾ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಮುಗಿದು ಆಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. And that official statement is final. Nothing else.
Minister MB Patil there addressing the press saying that the final statement or the official statement would indeed be issued by Randeep Singh Surjewala or other senior leaders of the High Command.
ಯಾಕೆ ಕೊನೆಯದು ಯಾಕೆ?
ನಾಳೆ ಕರೆದಿರುವಂತಹ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಅದು ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆ ಕೊಡೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಕರೆದಿರುವಂತಹ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ಫಾಸ್ಟ್, ಅದು
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಊಹಾಪೋಹ. ಅಂಥದ್ದು ಯಾವುದು ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕೆ.ಸಿ. ವೇಣುಗೋಪಾಲ್ ಅವ್ರ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದಾರಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಅಂತಿಮ.
ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನಂತರದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆಗಳಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
ಅದು ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
The statement given by K.C. Venugopal would be final.
ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ
ನೋಡಪ್ಪ, ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ, ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಲ ಹೇಳೋದು, ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ನಾಗ ಹೇಳೋದು ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ನಾಗ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಕನ್ನಡದಾಗ ಹೇಳೋದು ಕನ್ನಡದಾಗ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಹಿಂದಿದಾಗ ಹೇಳೋದು ಹಿಂದಿದಾಗ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ನಿನ್ನೆ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ರಾಜ್ಯಸಭಾ ಮತ್ತು ವಿಧಾನ ಪರಿಷತ್ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ವೇಣುಗೋಪಾಲ್ ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದೂ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಯಾವುದೂ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳು ಉದ್ಭವಿಸುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಜಾರ್ಜ್ ಅವ್ರ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಜಾರ್ಜ್ ಅವ್ರ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಊಟ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು, ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಊಟ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು, ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಊಟ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. ಮೆನುನು ಕೇಳಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಂತ.
ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯನವ್ರನ್ನ ಮುಂದುವರಿಸಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಒತ್ತಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ಗೆ ಅಂತ?
ನೋಡಿ, ಅದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆನೇ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಮುಂದುವರಿಸುವುದಂತದ್ದು ಯಾವ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ? ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗ್ತಿರೋ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ.
All right, let me go across to Neha, my colleague. Neha, if you could translate for our viewers what's happening in Karnataka, what is MB Patil briefing people about? What is the latest that you can share?
Well, in fact, that was Minister M.B. Patil there addressing the media, going on to suggest that any discussions that were held in Delhi yesterday were only pertaining to the Rajya Sabha seat and also to the other elections that are, of course, upcoming. Remember, as far as the CM's change here is concerned, asked very pointed questions there. He said there's no question of that arising at all. And any final statement, of course, that had to be issued would be issued by the senior leaders of the party, like K.C. Venugopal and Randeep Singh Surjewala as well. Furthermore, of course, as far as this entire discussion goes, it really remains to be seen right now as to where this stands. Because remember, even as talks right now of, in fact, multiple deputy chief ministers here arriving, there seems to be quite a bit of movement here that, in fact, is going on currently, even at the chief minister's residence that we're at right now. Of course, one thing that remains, unconfirmed at this point really is what is the Congress High Command really going to decide?
So what is going to be the final decision? Neha getting us all the developments straight from Siddaramaiah's residence. Lots of activity there, but more breaking news currently coming in. We've accessed more exclusive details of what appears to be the Congress Party's Karnataka reset blueprint amid the buzz around leadership churn that's taking place in the state. Now, sources are saying DK Shivakumar will also step down as KPCC chief. And now the party is considering a complete reset and a complete rejig of the KPCC itself, and that Satish Jarkiholi is emerging as a top contender for the post of the KPCC chief. Now, once again, going across to both Imran and Neha who are with us. But Imran, Satish Jarkiholi's name emerging as the top contender for the post of the KPCC chief. Tell us more about what kind of discussions happened in Delhi for Satish Jarkiholi's name to now emerge as the top contender. Was that also a name that was proposed by Siddaramaiah? Okay, we'll go across to Imran, but Neha's with us. Neha, what can you tell us about how Satish Jarkiholi's name is now coming up as the top contender for the post of the KPCC chief?
Well, that's right. In fact, hectic lobbying and parleys that's going on in Delhi right now, even as Satish Jarkiholi remains to stay there. What we are picking up at this point is that he continues to be the front runner for the post of the party president. Remember, the Congress party, of course, would have to tread very cautiously right now as far as, whether picking a PCC president is concerned or picking deputy chief ministers for the state is concerned, trying to, of course, ensure that no community or no set of leaders over here lobbying for any camp right now are left disgruntled.
And I want you to stay with us because M.B. Patil is currently speaking to our colleague Imran. Let's cut across.
And he said we discussed about Rajya Sabha elections and council elections. Nothing else was discussed in that meeting. And that statement is final. I can't add up anything to that. This is the statement made by AICC General Secretary K.C. Venugopal ji organization.
So tomorrow breakfast, what is happening? Tomorrow breakfast?
Breakfast we'll have idli, vada, sambar, upma, shira. That's it.
All right, so M.B. Patil there has given out the menu for tomorrow's breakfast, but what's going to be served fresh and hot? Is that going to be CM change? We have more breaking news coming in. We told you about how there is more details that are coming in when it comes to cabinet berths, when it comes to these parleys, the huddles and the demands that have been made. And now we are hearing that Yatindra Siddaramaiah, the son of Siddaramaiah, he could get a cabinet post. Now sources are telling us that when it comes to this reset and rehaul in the KPCC itself, and also the churn that is taking place with Siddaramaiah set to resign tomorrow after that breakfast meeting, another scoop that we have here for our viewers is that there could be a cabinet post for Siddaramaiah's son. Let me go across to Imran, who's been, Imran we'll connect with Imran. Niyamika is with us. Niyamika, what was the demand that was made? Now that Yatindra Siddaramaiah's name has also come to the fore, now that sources are telling us that a cabinet berth could be given to Yatindra Siddaramaiah. Tell us about the kind of deals, the negotiations, the demands that were put forth by the Siddaramaiah camp in the national capital.
Well, in the state of Karnataka, not just the leadership change is expected, but there is also a certain possibilities of cabinet reshuffle. And when this meeting had taken place yesterday in the national capital, it was being demanded by Mr. Siddaramaiah that his loyalists, that his close aides should also be given the key positions within the cabinet. And in fact, an assurance was also been given by the Congress High Command, is what the sources are telling us, is that the cabinet berth is also going to be given to the son of Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, is what is being promised by the party high command when all of these discussions were taking place, when he was actually discussing about the change in the leadership, and as this leadership has also asked him to step down from the position of the chief ministerial, but for that reason now he had also demanded that a cabinet berth should be reserved for his son if there is going to be the cabinet expansion which is going to take place in the upcoming days. So this is the latest information which we are getting from our sources. As if we talk about these possibilities is concerned, then the PCC president is also going to be changed. There are certain ministers who are going to be dropped from the cabinet, as it was being asked by the party high command that who all are the non-performance, they should be changed, and the new spaces needs to be included within the cabinet, so that they should also be given an opportunity to serve there in the state.
So the High Command seems to have finally taken a decision when it comes to Karnataka and the leadership churn there. We have Rashid Kidwai, senior journalist, joining us on this broadcast. Good morning, Mr. Kidwai. What is your understanding of the twists, the turns, the huddles, the power play that's taking place in the state of Karnataka? We have information that tomorrow Siddaramaiah will resign after hosting a breakfast meeting for his entire cabinet, and there's a churn that's going to take place in the KPCC itself.
Yeah, so I think this was a foregone conclusion. Remember, there was an arrangement of rotational chief minister way back in May 2023. So when that, on the 23rd of November 2025, when that period got over, there was a lot of disquiet, and DKS started staking his claim. At that point of time, Rahul Gandhi had told both Siddaramaiah and Shivakumar to hold horses and wait for the outcome of these 5 state elections, including Kerala. So once the Kerala election got over, Mr. Siddaramaiah was summoned to Delhi, and he was told to honor his commitment, because Siddaramaiah wanted 6 more months for himself. Now that is over, and he was given an option to make a kind of honorable exit and get his son in the state cabinet or take Rajya Sabha. All these things are there. So what we are seeing is a logical conclusion of the events that had unfolded 3 years ago, 6 months ago, and now. It also showed that a new face of Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi means business. If you look at what we did in Kerala, an appointment of V.D. Satishan, if you look at the alliance with Vijay and dumping of DMK. So, Rahul Gandhi is preparing hard, starting from southern states, for 2029 Lok Sabha elections, and of course assembly elections of Karnataka, which will be there in May 2028.
All right.
So this is what we are seeing, a decision-making Rahul Gandhi.
Okay, so Mr. Shekhar Iyer, thank you for joining us on this broadcast. Do you agree with Mr. Kidwai's analysis that the churn and the reset that's going to take place in Karnataka is also a reflection on Rahul Gandhi, who is today sending out a message that when it's about Rahul Gandhi means business, and he's ready to take these decisions, even if there is any kind of internal wrangling that's taking place in the party. We have information that there is DK Shivakumar, and that era is going to now begin in Karnataka and in the Congress in Karnataka.
No, indeed, the Congress High Command felt, the things have dragged on for too long. And they had to bring some clarity. Though it was not very clear that, Siddaramaiah would be trolled, that he would have to leave. So in fact, what I gather is when Rahul Gandhi conveyed the decision of the High Command that he should make way for a leadership change so that the Congress is re-energized for the 2028 election, my information is that Siddaramaiah was quite taken aback, was surprised. He probably did not expect this. And then he was told that he would have his time, at least a week, so that he can talk to his MLAs, and then, but this has to happen. I think Siddaramaiah was not prepared for this. Well, the decision has been conveyed, as we hear from various sources, Now, the actual part is in implementing this. Already you are seeing some of the Siddaramaiah loyalists like MB Patil, who was giving quote a short while ago, saying that yesterday's meeting was only about Rajya Sabha and the Vidhan Parishad elections, nothing to do with leadership change, which goes to show that there is going to be some hard bargaining from the Siddaramaiah camp as to, what will be the arrangement, because Siddaramaiah is not a person who will shift out of Karnataka, who is not interested in any role in national politics, though Rahul Gandhi has suggested that he could be one of the OBC faces of the Congress ahead of the next parliamentary election. So Siddaramaiah is completely a down-to-earth Karnataka politician who will not easily, can shift his eyes off Karnataka. So he will ensure that he has a greater say in, selection of so many people. That is why, we'll have to wait to see actually how the process rolls out. Because this has definitely created a tectonic movement there. Because there are groups within groups, there are caste loyalties. And Siddaramaiah remains the tallest OBC leader in Karnataka. So this is going to be, I think now, what we can say that yesterday, Siddaramaiah was told that a surgery will be performed. Now the surgeons will have to sit together and see that the surgery is successful.
All right, so that's very interesting analysis. I want both of you to stay with us, gentlemen. It's time now for us to slip into a short commercial break, but we'll keep you ahead on all the exclusive news that's coming in from the state of Karnataka and also keeping you ahead on the breaking news updates here on Times Now. Time for us to take a short commercial break.